Twims got a hold of that he didn't like. All right, the Freestyle Graphics machine pedaling down on the back chute. Oh, yeah, so far so good for the driver out of Oxford, Alabama. All right, how about a 15.092? Go ahead.
So that's going to be the time to beat early for the driver out of Oxford, Alabama, Freestyle Graphics number 1. And a 15.180, 15180, the lap time for Jason Hyatt. Murphy, North Carolina's Sean Chastain in the X15.
Does anybody like it? Or set up for
Do what? I think we're going to run what we got.
So we're just going to run a feature. So the fast qualifiers on the boat.
Sean Chastain, 15.278, 15278, second quick early in qualifying. All these drivers on the Daktronics timing system. That time and eye down there on the inside wall records the time as they go by, 15.250, 15250 for Sean Chastain. Next qualifier. Out of Woodstock, the 24X of Flying Frank Ingram. Time to beat is a 15.180 set by the first qualifier, Jason Hyatt. Ingram working out of turn number 4. White flag at a 15.403, 15403 for Ingram. Fast time will sit on the pole tonight. 40 lap main event, 3,000 to win. Lap number 2 quicker at 15.339, 15339. So Frank Ingram dials in third early in qualifying. Luther Jenkins out of Watsika, your next qualifier. That's Waleska he's from. We got Watsika in Alabama. Same amount of letters. So Luther Jenkins will now try and get on the front row. Lap number 1 goes on the scoreboard. Fast time of the evening, 14.941. First car in the 14-second bracket. And he's going to sit on it. Something went awry on lap number 2 as he went into 1. So right now, Luther Jenkins sitting fast time at 14.941. Next qualifier, Gary Mack got a Dalton. Gary McPherson in the 29M. You got to get in the 14-second bracket now to get the top time. So G-Mac will work his way through 1 and 2. 14.941 the fast time by Jenkins. Hyatt second quick at 15.180. White flag in the air for McPherson. A little bit slow on lap 1, 15.596. Had trouble in 1 and 2 on the first lap. Looks much better on lap 2. We'll see if that 5.96 translates into a quicker time. Down the front chute, checker flag it will. 15.382. 15382. Fifth quick right now. We'll keep you abreast of the top 5 as your next qualifier. So the Rome Rocket, Jake Knowles in the number 6, the next qualifier. Jake always a threat, not only to have fast time, but to win the main event. First lap, 15.122. He's second quick, 15122. Second quick for Knowles. See if he can get the number 1 spot. He's going to have to pick it up about 3/10. Checkered flag will wave. 15.029, second quick for Jake Knowles. A 15029 is now second fast. Next qualifier in the 18X out of Douglasville. The 18X of the 101 pages, Michael Page.
Seems like there's about 101 of them.
How many pages exactly is there, Johnny? Yeah. And a 15.473, 15473 will not get him the top 5 on lap 1.
Let me know when you want to jump in. Whatever you want to do.
All right, Johnny, here he comes for lap 2.
All right, Page coming around a bit in the 18X car. Whoa, how about a 15.410, 15.410 for Michael Page out of Douglasville, Georgia. Next up, the O'Reilly Auto Parts car, number 59, Dale Thurman out of Cartersville, Georgia. Heading down on the backside. He'll go into turn number 3 and 4. As we see the top 5 cars on our Coca-Cola scoreboard. How about a 15.29, 15.293 elapsed timing for the Carswell, Georgia Flash as he heads down the backside one more time. Dale Thurman, he'll make it official as he'll cross the stripe with an elapsed timing of 15.330, 15.33 elapsed timing. That'll put him in the number 5 spot. He is in the top 5 in our points championship battle. As T.J. Reed and Jason Croft, all 3 of them right there together. So the points championship battle, they can earn points tonight. They can earn points tomorrow night at Rome. So it's going to be a big battle going on tonight and tomorrow night up at that Rome Speedway.
No doubt about it, Johnny. Right now, top 5 qualifiers. Still Luther Jenkins, the only 14-second car at a 14.941. 6 of Jake Knowles, second quick at 15.029. Jason Hyatt, third. Tires, fuel, and all that. When you know you're not going to be any faster, pull it in, sit on what you got, and go with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, he knows his way around this racetrack. There ain't no doubt about that. So, Kurt English out of Murphy, North Carolina. He'll bring his car out onto the Speedway, and he'll start his first official lap of super late model qualifying here tonight at Dixie Speedway. Oh, yeah. How about Steelhead 525s? Gentlemen, you're up next. Kurt English, 15.425, 15.42 elapsed timing for Kurt English out of Murphy, North Carolina. I tell you what, the cars out of Murphy, North Carolina have been awesome this year here at Dixie and Rome. English, he'll come around a 15.558, 15.55.8 for our lap number 2 for Kurt English. And next up, out of Chickamauga, Georgia, the bad boy buggy machine of Dale McDowell coming up next to qualify. Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to have a tough road to hoe because I'll tell you, these cats are flying here tonight at Dixie Speedway. How about a 15 seconds flat for Dale McDowell? That'll put him in the number 2 qualifying spot. Let's see what lap number 2 going to be. Could it be quicker? He's got to get down in that 14-second zone.
He did it.
Oh, yeah. 14.866 for Dale McDowell here tonight at Dixie Speedway. Numero uno.
So, fast time for the Mac Daddy in the 17 up next, the number 9 of the Tomb Raider, the train mobile of Jason Croft. Croft, a regular here, traveled a little bit with Ray Cook's Spring Nationals and did a little Southern National racing. He'll dial in a very fast 15.041, good enough for 4th fast for Croft. So a 15.041. That train heating and air, number 9, is dialed in extremely well. Let's see if he can move up the ladder. Good looking lap, but not as good at a 15.154. So the 9 of Croft will sit 4th quick at 15.041. The bar just keeps getting raised higher. And up next, the driver to try and knock it down out of Canton, the 311 of Scott Groves. Groves with a very nice looking machine in 2015, Johnny. Looked good from day one, and it's looked good all season.
I'll tell you, he's got a brand new chassis, something they call a kryptonite.
That comes out of West Virginia.
How about a 15.50? Now, he had some issues with it last week during the practice and hot laps, but he came out pretty good for the feature. Tonight, might be looking at the same thing.
So he'll work the kryptonite chassis out of turn number 4. Second lap of 15.714, 15714. Kryptonite chassis made by the driver out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, Fast Freddie Carpenter, him and his kids. They developed that kryptonite chassis, and it seems to work.
Well, I'll tell you what, he made a call to West Virginia last Saturday night, and I don't know exactly what they did, and I don't know what the conversation was, but, man, she looked a whole lot better in the feature.
It doesn't take much. If you just miss something, that can set you back. 17.306, 17306. First lap for Danny Ledford out of Hayesville. Had a little trouble there on lap 1, Johnny. This one should be better.
Hopefully so, as Ledford will come off turn number 4 with some issues down in the corner. And a 16.50, 16.50 all laps timing. Next up to qualify, number 81, Aaron Ridley out of Chatsworth, Georgia. Here we go.
I understand he's had a pretty good 2015. Haven't seen much of him, but what I've heard has all been positive. Good to see the young man back in the cockpit.
You know, I got to tell you something. I've seen him race week in and week out a whole bunch of times. Man, he drives a wheel off that race car.
And a 15.229, 1.5229, good enough for 6 quick right now, so just missing the top 5. Not a bad lap to start off.
So Ridley will finish up on lap number 2 to the tune of 15.326. 15.326 all lap timing for Aaron Ridley.
And that'll keep him in the number 6 spot as up next on our own Buster Goss. How long has he been racing?
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what his goal is? As long as Red Farmer's racing, he's going to race.
Now, does that mean as long as Red Farmer's age? Because he's still got a long way to go if that's the case.
I'm telling you what. Buster's been around a long time, and he continues to love it. 15.72. 15.72 for Buster.
Time to beat is a 14.866 by Dale McDowell. And Goss is not going to do it as he loops it in turn number 4. So he'll sit on his first lap, and that's going to do it for him.
Lined up and ready, man. I'm telling you what I'm looking at, here comes a seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
Man, he was here 32 years ago whenever I got started. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
Wayne Eccles out of Cumming, Georgia. Had a little confrontation with that wall down here on the front straightaway earlier in the year.
And I'll bet the wall won.
Yeah, wall won, but I'll tell you what, it made him faster.
Sometimes that happens.
15.74, not on that particular run, but the past few weeks he's really been flying around this racetrack. Might have some issues with the car because I don't think it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. How about a 15.71? 15.712 all laps timing for Wayne Eccles.
Driver out of Kingston, Georgia, Millwood Plumbing X Machine, the X Factor, Tyler Millwood. Tyler, I'm still questioning his judgment. He has had Derek on his crew now as a crew chief for about 2 or 3 years. Derek's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. He's crazy. He used to be Chubb Frank's crew chief out with the World of Outlaws. And Derek's done a lot for him. 15.207, 1.5207. That's good enough for 6 quick. But I love Derek Gehring. He's a great guy. I'm glad that the Millwoods brought him on. And, Derek's still having fun, and he can help this team out a lot, and he has. Second lap, not as good, 15.229, 1.5229. So Millwood now 6th. And why not? Let's bring up to speed the G9 out of Dallas, Eric Granger. Sharp-looking car. Question is, it can look good, but is it fast? That's what it's all about. (15.664), 1.5664 first lap for Granger. Top 2 times are the only 2 drivers in the 14-second bracket, and Granger's really going to have to step it up on lap 2. Not a bad line out of 4, checkered flag. And a 15.728, 1.5728 up next out of Epworth, Randy Dillard.
All right, so Dillard getting her lined up and ready to roll on lap number 1. And I think he has had some kind of issues off turn number 2. And the car, I don't believe, is really handling the way it should. But white lap, lap number 1 is 16.93, 16.930.
I think our good friend, the late Perry Holman, said the wiggling pin on the wobbling shaft is loose. That may be his problem.
Lord have mercy. I miss that guy tremendously.
Can't beat old Hornswoggle, one of the best.
All right, how about a 16.55? 16.55 for Randy Dillard's Epworth, Georgia-based entry.
Scott Hall, the next qualifier, the Crossbones 07. Car never looks extremely, like best appearing car look, but it's always fast.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing that I've noticed about Scott through the years, doesn't put a lot into the graphics, puts it under the hood, 16.163, first lap, 1.6163. So Hall needs to step it up a notch or 2 and try and climb the ladder for his starting spot in the main event. Great turnout of super late models here on the holiday weekend.
Oh, I'll tell you what, real pleased with our turnout on super late models in a 1603 for Scott Hall's Rome, Georgia-based entry.
Next qualifier out of the chute out of Winston, Rick Jenkins in the 63. He'll come down for the green flag, the Tracker Boats, number 63. A little trouble there in one. The car wanted to kind of get away from him, so he burped it going through the corners. That's going to cost him a little time. We'll see if 3 and 4 does him any favors. A little bit better through that end of the racetrack. So the first lap's going to be a 16.816, 16816. Did you hear the rumor out of Great Court, South Carolina?
I don't know. I've been working about 12 hours a day at Southeastern Freight Lines. I couldn't tell you too much.
Well, Jenkins allowed us to talk about it. Thank you, sir. The word is that Chris Smokey Madden will debut tomorrow at, we're not sure. He wouldn't dispose where he's going. We don't know if he's coming to Rome. We don't know if he's going to Eldora. A brand new Longhorn chassis. Larry Payne just gave me smoke signals. I think he's part Indian. Where? Where's that at? No, I think it's Monday, isn't it? Is it Monday? Ain't they at Portsmouth this weekend? So Smokey Man got himself a brand new Longhorn. Got Cushman Paint and Body on the side as one of the sponsors. Also got Crowder Trucking. Now those are the guys he drove for with that limited late model, the number 6 car, and also a crate. So he's got a little backing. He may be a little bit tough. He's had the summer to relax, basically.
All right, here we go. Is the ditch digger up next to qualify. Mr. Ellis at a 15.164, 15.164. Go ahead.
And he just busted out the top 5 of 15164. Gets him in the top 5. Second lap, not as good at a 15.204, but Derek Ellis now sitting 5th quick at that 15.164.
All right, here comes T.J. Reed in the 41 car out of Anchorage, Georgia. His dad, Tony Reed, who was one of the winners of the Have a Champa shootout back in the day. I think he was in the second or third one that won it.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Been a while.
Couple seasons.
All right, how about a 15.186, 15.18 for TJ?
And that's 7th quick, so a pretty good time for him. Seems like the last few cars have been pretty fast.
Whoa, 14.983, third quick for TJ Reed.
So 3 cars now in that 14-second bracket. Up next, Cedartown Electric GW Performance Machine out of Cedartown, Georgia, the 11 of Austin Smith. Now let's see if he can get the job done and get in the top 5. It's a tall order now. You want to be 5th quick, you're going to have to beat a 15.041. He'll do it. 14.947. That is 3rd quick for Austin Smith. A 1.4947. He's got a shot for the pole. If he can make it stick. Checkered flag on Austin. Lap number 2. Not quite. 15.280. 1.5280. He'll sit 3rd quick at a 14.947. Just 6 1/1000ths of a second slower than the 2nd place Luther Jenkins. Not bad.
Hey, a lot of cutting going on, I'll tell you. Jody Somerville, Rome, Georgia. 15.59 a lap's timing.
Another one of those drivers has a couple of seasons under his belt.
Oh, he held the track record at Rome for, 3-4 years up there.
Yeah.
Second lap, how about a 15.81? 15.81 a lap's timing is Brian Smith out of Sand Rock, Alabama, coming up next to qualify.
The last time I got to see this driver, Johnny, was back at the old green. Now that's going back a while when he drove the black 15.
Yep.
Still out of Sand Rock. Of course, his dad. Well, the first lap wiped out, obviously, Johnny, and this is it. His only chance to get himself a decent starting spot. Haven't seen much of Brian.
See, I've seen him up at Rome 3 or 4 times this year.
Well, a lot of the drivers don't go weekly anymore. They go when they can, and it's good to see him out here on the holiday weekend. He's going to make this one count, and it shouldn't be too bad. 15.559, 1.5559, so Stanley's son will qualify in. And that is it.
Waving back at you. The Day Chevy Pace Truck. There you go as we get ready to go green on the 4-wide salute to the fans.
Had a very good 2015. TJ Reed trying to win the track championship. Jake Knowles has had a very good go in 2015. I don't even want to pick this one.
Oh, I'll tell you what, keep you on Luke Jenkins. I'm going to tell you something. He's got a good car. We'll see what's going to happen as green going down.
All right, so let's see what shakes here out of turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Dale McDowell showing the way. Jenkins second, Austin Smith third, TJ. Jake Knowles rounding out the top 5 as Scott Groves had a problem slowing down coming out of 2, and he's going to bring out yellow. Not yet. Scott Groves slow on the racetrack. Now the caution will wave at lap 1. And if memory serves me correct, and you do the math, will he line up last?
Yep. TJ Reed looking for that elusive first victory of 2015 here at Dixie Speedway or Rome. He doesn't care. Just get one. And look at Jake Knowles. I'm telling you.
He's got himself a rocket ship working on Austin Smith. TJ Reed went to the outside of Jenkins. Now Jason Hyatt will sidestep Jason Croft over in turn number 3. So Hyatt picks up a spot. It's a hornet's nest from third on back. And they are on the ragged edge going through turn 2. Both Reed and Austin Smith almost pitched 90 degrees sideways. Now Tyler Millwood will go to work on Jason Croft. Croft kind of stuck on the outside, Johnny.
I tell you what, Tyler Millwood looking good. That car was sticking like glue down on the bottom over in turn number 4. And everybody so far so good. Sean Chastain, your current points leader, way back in the, mid-pack, I guess you would say. As Austin Smith, he goes to the high side. And look at Jake Knowles. What'd that say?
Jake Knowles, but here comes Derek Ellis. Ellis has already went by the 11 of Austin Smith, and Ellis has got something way down low. Can't get much lower on the racetrack without ordering Chinese takeout, but somehow he's getting it done.
I'm telling you, look at Jake Knowles. He's coming, and he is up into that Mostella zone here tonight at Dixie.
Derek Ellis, who started 8th, now battling Knowles for 4th. And Derek Ellis will sidestep him, but Knowles answers back to the outside. He's got a very good car up top.
Oh, I'm telling you what, I like that top side. It's looking good here tonight. Can Jake stay up there all night long? And there goes Dale McDowell in a bad boy buggy.
And it looks like there may be trouble on the 24 as caution comes out.
And I'm thinking that might be Goss in the plain 24.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the only way I figured out how to tell them apart, Buster has the orange 24 number, and Frank has the pink 24 number.
Yep. The organization as well.
No doubt. So they're all working double time this weekend. Of course, it's still fun.
Oh, yeah.
As Perry Holman would say, they have mashed the loud pedal, and we're back to green. Well, Dale McDowell's in another zip code. Jake Knowles has grabbed the number 2 spot. Derek Ellis is going after Jenkins for third. I got a feeling Jake Knowles is going to try and get that big fishing pole out and reel in that 17M, and it's not out of the question.
I got to tell you, I've liked Jake Knowles all night long, and I'll tell you, ever since he moved to Rome, been a different Jake Knowles.
No longer the Tyrone Terror, it's now the Rome Rocket, and he has picked his game up. Takes that number 2 spot, and he's going to be able to make hay as Wayne Eccles comes off the racetrack. Soon as McDowell gets into lap traffic, that's when Jake's really going to close the gap, and it's going to be up to Dale to work those slower cars.
And I got to tell you, Jake Knowles was practically born here at Dixie Speedway.
Yeah, watching Dad race
and
all those years.
Who his daddy is.
Yeah, and he's in the pit area.
There you go.
I'm just not so
Don't
sure.
say too much,
I'm probably not so sure he couldn't still turn the wheel right now.
Oh, I think I'd love to see him back in a race car.
Michael Page off the pace as he's got trouble over in turn number 2. That's going to bring out a caution with 13 in the books, 27 to go. Is this the break that Jake needed?
Long way to go. 40-lap feature as Dale McDowell so far.
Haven't talked much about Jason Hyde and nothing about Aaron Ridley. Let's see what they have, as we're not even halfway through the event yet. And the green comes back out, and same story as before. Dale McDowell showing the way. Jake Knowles second. Derek Ellis third. Austin Smith comes back to life out of 2.
Well, I'll tell you what. Dale McDowell has got her dialed in flawlessly. But, hey, here comes Jake Knowles. He's coming on strong, and Austin Smith, Jason Hyde up on top.
And now Hyatt has lost wholesale positions. Jenkins falls back to 5th. TJ Reed 6th. Ridley 7th. 8th is Jason Croft, and Croft is going to work Ridley now. 15 out of 40, Johnny. We're getting close to halfway.
Getting close, but I'm telling you, Dale McDowell is the man here tonight at Dixie Speedway. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see him tomorrow night and try to do the daily double at Rome.
No doubt about it. Let's face it, he does have a couple of laps around this racetrack.
Yeah.
That's pretty safe to say. And the snow is on the roof there, too.
Yeah, but here we go again. This is another, you could call this a tune-up for the shootout coming up in October.
Oh, yeah. Don't matter how old you are or how many years you've had behind the wheel, seat time is everything because things change like the weather, and it's always good to get some laps before that big race.
But Luke Jenkins been away from Dixie Speedway for a few weeks, and man, I'm telling you what, he comes back rejuvenated.
Well,
and look at Jake, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's up there with him.
Well, McDowell's not shaking him like he was before. We're going to be halfway this time, 20 in and 20 to go. He hasn't left him in the dust. Now, is Dale holding back a little bit, thinking maybe he's used a little bit too much tire up this early? It's halfway, 20 in the books and 20 to go. And Dale McDowell now will have to earn his stripes.
Dale, he'll go around Rick Jennings here on the front straightaway. Jake will follow.
And he's going to have Dillard to deal with, and then Hall, Gary Mack in front of all of them. So,
and then that's when it's going to get interesting.
Yes, sir. Going to start slicing and dicing. Knowles is keeping him within his sights. Good run for Ellis in third. Austin Smith very solid in fourth. And Jenkins holding on to a top 5, but he's got Reed, Croft, and Ridley all hounding him. And Jake has caught him. Knowles is down to about 2 car lengths. He has caught the leader with 17 to go. And Ellis is going to be in the mix before this is all over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because Derek Ellis is making hay on the bottom of the racetrack.
Look at here.
Oh.
What were you talking about early?
Jake Knowles has ran him down. He showed the nose, and all of a sudden Dale McDowell says, all right, time to go. So he'll try and pack it in and get a few car lengths on him. 15 to go. Got a feeling Jake is just waiting for the opportune time when Dale McDowell makes a lane choice, gets behind a lap car, and that's when he flips the switch.
And I just wonder where he got that from.
I have no idea. I think he comes by. Now McDowell flirting right there with a little trouble as he dove underneath Gary Mack. Now he's got the line on that stretch. Jake can't afford to lose too much touch with him because you can lose yourself in lap traffic.
And I'll tell you, we're coming up on, 13 laps to go?
Yeah,
Or 14, whatever.
And caution has just come out. Caution out. TJ Reed has pulled it in, and Jason Hyatt has a problem. So two of the top dogs have found trouble here on lap 26 when we were young.
Or younger.
Younger, there you go.
Here we go, going green.
14 laps to go. If you've got anything in the bag of tricks, you might want to bring it out and use it because Dale McDowell has been out front. Jake Knowles has gotten close, and speaking of close, Austin Smith got underneath Ellis, and it almost cost him.
This hopefully will carry us the rest of the way with a clear racetrack in front of our leaders down there. But Jake Knowles still just laying right in there with him down the backside.
Yeah, and you don't have to show your cards right now if you're Jake Knowles. You know you got a good car. You got a dozen laps to go this time. I'd say maybe make the move with about 5 to go. Start closing in. Of course, the question is, has Dale McDowell been holding back? And all of a sudden he flips the switch and is gone. And speaking of gone, trouble over in turn number 2. And I believe it's Curtis Klein that went around.
Tomorrow night, Rome Speedway. Oh my goodness, 140 mile an hour. Can you stand it? Here come Dale Mack.
Derek Ellis goes after Jake Knowles, comes up short. Jason Croft to the outside, may have made a mistake. Tyler Millwood trying to get in the top 5.
Tyler Millwood, there's a name that has been absent here at Dixie Speedway for he's had a lot of plumbing work to do. And look at Ingram up on the high side.
Well, Tyler Millwood all of a sudden has come to life as he works Jason Croft for a top 5. This time he'll make the pass and go after Austin Smith. It's still Dale McDowell in command, 10 to go.
All right, Croft still up on that high side. Aaron Ridley down on the bottom.
Now 3 wide between Croft and the ex of Millwood. They stay for 5th. What battle going on behind the leaders? And Ridley just got the door shut in his face by Millwood.
And you know, they do it 3 wide at Rome, too, and boy, that just...
And Larry Payne brought up a good point. Austin Kirkpatrick is 1 spot away from a top 10 after starting dead last with no laps on the racetrack, and he is now in the number 10 spot. So Austin Kirkpatrick, with no laps, started 27th, and trouble on Brian Smith over in turn 2.
Derek Ellis, you know, now he'll be another one to keep you out. Hey, look at those top 5, 6, 7 cars. They are going to be tough, and we are going to go green.
So again, the question is, does anybody have anything for Dale McDowell? Look at Kirkpatrick working the outside. He may end up with a top 5 before this is over. 3 wide for the number 2 spot. To the outside will be Ellis. To the inside is Knowles. Wheel to wheel, door to door, and 4. They rub, they trade paint. Jake Knowles takes second back.
And Jake's loving every bit of it, I guarantee you, as he is hanging on to second. Here come Austin Smith down on the bottom.
And Austin Kirkpatrick goes to 5th from 27th starting spot. The Iceman.
Jake's got problems. Jake got problems. Probably a rear tire going south on him.
Most likely.
Right rear tire going south for Jake Knowles out of Tyrone, Georgia. He rubbed fenders for just a moment ago, and that's all it took is Jody Somerville. He in the pit area. Look at that number 11.
I'm going to Derek Ellis, Jason Croft, Tyler Millwood. You wonder, is Aaron Ridley ready to flip the switch? And we know everything is turned on in the cockpit of the 11. So 7 laps remain. Green flag in the air. We go back to racing.
Can you imagine Dale McDowell probably feeling the heat from everybody? And there goes Ellis.
Left front on Derek Ellis. So what happened to Jake Knowles happened just a lap or 2 later on Derek Ellis. He's got a left front flat tire. So the elbows that they exchanged in turn 4 cost them both. No fault of anybody's. Sometimes that can play on your mind. You know, you're doing everything right. Why isn't this race over yet? Well, he's going to find out why it's not over, because they're all going to be knocking at the door. You'd think it's Halloween, and the trick-or-treater's got a sweet tooth. Here we go.
Ingram, he'll put her up on the high side, out in 1 and 2.
This is out of Austin Kirkpatrick's realm of expertise. He's been doing it on the top of the racetrack. He's going to try and get fifth, though, on the bottom underneath Ridley. McDowell showing the way, and here comes Kirkpatrick. 22 positions he's picked up.
Hey, Kirkpatrick, he's been high, he's been low. He's all over that racetrack.
It looks like a little bit of a push now. He may have used up a lot of the rubber getting to where he's at, but you got to tip your hat off to the young man as we work 5 laps to go.
You know, these drivers are getting younger and younger and younger. Oh!
Ridley got a piece of him. It slowed them both down, but they kept right back on. I think Austin Kirkpatrick's ride and march to the front is over. He used up what he had, but what a heck of a run for the young man out of Ocala.
Oh, but I guarantee you, man, he's got some good old Dixie dirt on him tonight here in Woodstock, Georgia.
No doubt about it, as we have 4 laps, make it 3, 2 to go. Signal Johnny, and the Mac Daddy looking to grab another one here at Dixie.
Yeah, buddy, he looking good here tonight as he heads down into turn number 3 and number 4. 2 laps away.
Got to tip your hat to Austin Smith. He wasn't a factor early on in the event, actually fell backwards a little bit, has woke up and sitting right now in the number 2 spot. And I'm really impressed with Jason Croft, who in this field tonight is going to come home third. We are 1 lap away. For the final time, down the backstretch, into turn number 3. Winner tonight here at the Dixie Speedway, 3,000 large. Gonna go to the Mac Daddy, Dale McDowell. Second will go to Austin Smith. Jason Croft third. Tyler Millwood fourth. Aaron Ridley fifth. From 27th to 6th will be Austin Kirkpatrick. 7th went to Frank Ingram, and 8th went to Dale Thurman. That was a heck of a show.
Man, I'm telling you, we will up at Rome. We always do. Hey, how about a big hand? Dale McDowell. The bad boy buggy car taking the win here tonight at Dixie Speedway. So waiting on Dale and company. Crate Late Models in the pit area. Let's get lined up and going. Crate Late Models, let's roll. Don Jenkins, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Don Jenkins. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. So here we go as our next event. Gonna be our Crate Late Models here tonight at Dixie Speedway. Dale McDowell heading down to victory lane here tonight at Dixie Speedway.